Namaste to all and welcome back. So this video is about know this and stay motivated. As a volunteer myself of the Heartfulness movement, many times I have found myself getting demotivated. We did so much work, we got so many people, and now out of 100 only 5 have remained, 8 have remained, 2 have remained. And we tend to question, what was the use of all that effort? What happened? It's happened with me. I don't know if it's happened with you. Then welcome to the club of demotivation. And then I discovered this information and secret, and it's helped me remain motivated and kind of keep going without getting disappointed. So I'm sharing all this with you. Let's go ahead. So this is the funnel of change. This is good. This is a very interesting funnel, and we are going to keep coming back to it again and again in our digital strategy also. But today I'm using this in the context of keeping our motivation. So any change that has to happen or which is practiced in this world, it is something like this. When you reach out to say about 1,000 people with the idea of change, any change, it can be anything. It can even be a change in the sense that you want to sell something to somebody. You want to make him switch his brand from someone else's brand to your brand. Or it can be a movement in raising, asking people to switch over to green things, stop using plastic, or anything, women empowerment, anything that you want to trigger, any process of change actually. If you reach out to 1,000 people, about 50 to 150 people generally would be interested in kind of at a periphery see their interest will get triggered to some extent. You have to mentor that interest further, but out of 1,000, about 5 to 15%. So this interest group which is showing interest, this 50 to 150, is actually your start. That is your 100%. People who are ready to listen to your story, listen to your viewpoint. That can be about 5 to 15% of the audience that you have reached. Out of this 50 to 150 people who you want to reach, about 10 to 50 people will actually do something about walk the distance with you, the first distance. In our case, engagement means 3 sittings, master classes. That is our engagement. So in any case, in other cases, it could be something else. In the case of a sales, maybe they will give some more personal data of theirs. They will sign up. They will go. They will agree to receive your emails. They are ready to engage with you. They are ready to open your posts. They are ready to see your videos. So that is engagement. And people who will engage with you will probably be 20 to 35% of the people who are interested. So we reached out to 1,000, 50 to 150 said, we are interested. Out of that, 10 or 50 people will do some engagement. Out of that, of the people, 100 people who had shown that they are interested, our base audience, okay, from there, 2 to 5 will actually go the entire distance. For us, what does going entire distance mean? For us, it means Sunday satsangs, Bandara sittings, and the usual things that helps mentor an Abhyasi. And this is not a data about any one particular movement, including heartfulness. It is a general data. This is how things are. If you approach 50, 100 people, and if you expect 50 people to be with you on Sunday satsangs, maybe the expectations are a little misplaced. You need to take it step by step. It is possible. It is possible eventually to get all of them, but there is a process. To expect that this should happen immediately, and if it does not happen, we get disappointed. It is like asking, why does the sun does not rise from the west? Therefore, I am disappointed. We have to take care about what disappoints us. If you see this, I have mentioned here that this is 100% people who are interested from all the people whom you reach out. So about 100, this people who are ready to listen to you, listen to your story, listen to your whatever you have to say. That is 100%. that number can be called 100%. Then from that, 20 to 35% will go for engagement. Start, watch some of your videos, watch some of Daji's videos, probably relaxation. Then they will probably go for one sitting, then probably masterclass, all 3 sittings. The engagement, all that will happen. That's 25 to 35%. Then those who will actually keep going all the way, I've pointed out, will be 0.5% to 3.5%. So if you have made 100 people join, which is say the engagement level, and of that, if 5, 7, 10 have continued, it's excellent. There's nothing to as of now worry about it, because that's how change is. That is how the historically change moves. Even in sales, it is said that hardly 2% or 3% will convert when you talk about sales the first time. They are not ready. Person not ready to listen to you. You have to work slowly over a period of time, if you have that opportunity, and slowly by the 7th, 8th, 9th follow up, without being a nuisance to him, if we keep following up, then the chances are that the sales will increase and convert. And maximum of the sales converts after multiple follow-ups. So if you apply the same logic here, you have to gently keep in touch with people who are interested. Have a funnel. What you see in front of you is a funnel, and we will learn how to create that content, how to interact with this funnel without being seeming nuisance, and how do we become useful for them, and how do we gently guide them through this funnel, and when they drop into the impact pool, which you are seeing down, that is a place where the real change will be perceived, and that is what really matters. Our job, maybe we will not be able to even know this change. I was having a discussion, one of the senior Abbasi's, one of these centers, and he said, we've tried so much, and we have really hard, but we have not got the numbers. So I said, my perspective that time when I was talking to that brother was, maybe you didn't get the numbers, but how do you know you didn't impact people? The people who came in, some little impact you would have had on their life. Some people's life, that program would have changed drastically, and they have triggered a lot of changes for some people, and we may not be aware of that. So that is a qualitative change that our programs can do. And we have to keep in mind that while looking at numbers is an indicator, the quality of the program is so much high. I was listening to one of Daji's messages, talks, wisdom, and he said the statistics can be a lie. Statistics can be a lie in the sense that people on the face of it may say you are good or tell you that, oh, it's very nice, but actually do nothing about it. So what's the point? They may vote for a particular candidate talk negatively about a particular candidate in an election and actually go and vote for him. So how does that matter? So this whole thing about statistics, we have to take it with a pinch of salt. But again, there is no other way to give some direction. It's very difficult to get qualitative data that what you are doing, how much impact you are having. Very difficult to look at it that way. So we still need the numbers. It gives us some sort of a path to go ahead, but let's not get crazy about it. Even this idea about 1000x heartfulness is that 1000x is actually each one of us becoming an X of that heartfulness, changing ourselves, digitally equipping ourselves, deepening our practicing heartful communication, and that's the measure. That's the actual measure. And we are so confident that when we do this sincerely, then that cascading effect will happen. So keep going and remember this funnel. Don't over expect. Disappointments come from over expectation. Please accept this. Okay. If 1,000 people you have outreached, 50 to 150 will show interest, and finally 2 to 5 will go all the way. So digital technology gives us the ability to keep doing this again and again. This 1,000 can become 10,000, can become 1 lakh with the use of digital technology. All that we will. So that's the benefit, and you can create a nearly automatic system for doing all this. With time, we can learn that much that all this can happen automatically, requiring minimum our interaction. It will be required, but imagine how we can reach to 10,000 people, 1 lakh people, if we have to make calls, if we have to go and meet people. So there's some sort of a balance between digital technology and interface, which can make all this possible. So we'll keep visiting this funnel again and again. So if you've not understood this completely, don't worry. We will be talking about it 2 or 3 times. I just introduced this idea. We'll talk about it in various contexts and these figures will come up. But this is a general idea. So hope versus expectation. Revered Chariji Maharaj used to say, used to call this his 11th maxim. He used to say that expect not and thou shalt not be disappointed. So again, coming back to our story, a lot of our disappointment as heartfulness volunteers that steals our motivation is numbers, So after knowing that funnel, that is how the funnels are, universal funnel. It is not an heartfulness funnel. It is how it is everywhere. So let us look at, when we want to see the sun, let us look at the east and not expect it to come from the west, and we will not be disappointed. Hope is our friend. Expectation is not. Hope is it will happen, and I think that is our friend. We should know. If our teachers, our masters want something, it will happen. There is that belief, that faith is there, and there is no challenge to that. It is that belief and faith which are actually going to make it happen. And the expectations is that it should happen now. It should happen tomorrow. It should, why did not? I put in so much effort. Why did I not? So when we expect the result as a reward, self-satisfying reward, why did it not happen? Then that's expectation. There are more dimensions to it, but I'm just touching the topic. Let's move ahead. So hope is our friend, expectation is not. I will post in the group a BBC article. It's a very interesting idea. He talks in a political sense that all political movements he's been following for a long time, he says, that if they have to succeed, then 3.5% people of that region, that country, that population have to be actively involved with that philosophy, with that thought, and with those efforts which are required to take that movement forward. He says he studied a lot of things, and finally finds that at 2.5% also the movement doesn't succeed. It kind of goes back. But once you cross 3.5%, of all the population, there's something happens, and that movement succeeds. So this is a really motivational thing from us. It is from a third party BBC blog website. I came across it, so I put it in this presentation. I will put that also in the group. For those who are interested, can read it. Babuji in the Whisper talks about, coming back to the qualitative part. He says that every Abhyasi who meditates properly adds value to the movement in terms of adding, something like an egregore, something, a universal. I am not an expert on this, but my understanding is that it's some sort of a universal consciousness of all Abhyasis, and every time when we meditate, or everyone who is praying for light, love, and peace, with an open heart, adds to that egregore. And anytime when we meditate, forget doing anything else, when you meditate strongly, that egregore is made stronger. Daji, when this movement started in 2015, he used to talk about the 100th monkey experiment. I'm putting a video of the 100th monkey experiment along with this. You can watch it. It is there on YouTube. The summary of this is that, which brings a lot of hope, should bring a lot of hope to us, to strengthen our positive feelings about what we are doing, is that in an experiment, in a 6-year experiment from 1952 to 1958 at islands near Japan, they observed that one monkey started washing his banana before eating. Somehow he learned and he started doing it. Then after looking at him, a few more monkeys started doing it. And that thing continued for some time within that group. But all of a sudden in 1958, they found that all the monkeys in that area, on the opposite side of the island, across the ocean also, on the opposite side had learned to do it. And they were wondering how this happened. So they came to a hypothesis, possibility, which said that there is some phenomena called critical mass, that 99, they called it the 99th point, 99, point number 99, where if so many people are doing it, it is limited to those people who are learning it by hearing, by seeing, who are motivated. But once that 100th person does, once you tip the critical mass, when you move towards the tipping point, then all of a sudden the entire consciousness of that species changes. Everything around that changes. Everyone starts doing it. So this is the 100th monkey experiment. Please watch it on YouTube, and please make a connection with Heartfulness and what Daji has been saying, and that why this initiatives such as these are important to, perhaps we are looking for that critical mass. Yes, we can go ahead. So the secret, I want to end this video with something like a secret, which says that whether you change anything else or not, the whole idea that so many of us today, there are 900 plus of us here, will probably be 1,000 by the time this video is watched, are ready to have the strong intention to go through this process of change, which is deeper own meditation, effective and heartful communication, and learning digital technology to spread heartfulness. If nothing else happens, for heaven's sake, nothing happens. But if 1,000 of us change, and we become deeper in our abhyas and our intention to serve humanity, and there is more purity within us, we have created a change. And over my 24 years of journey as a volunteer, I think that's the real takeaway. Whether anything else changes or not, if we have changed in the entire process. Of course, things change outside, but even if they don't, the whole idea of we changing in the process, an honest process, and trying to do it is a great gift. And perhaps these initiatives like these, will create that 100th monkey, not perhaps from getting people outside in, but perhaps triggering deeper meditation, more purity, more love, all the people who are a part of this initiative. Maybe one of us will be that 100th monkey. We don't know. So let's kind of spread this initiative. And to summarize, it has an external effect and an internal effect. External is, of course, that number, 20 lakh new seekers and 1 lakh, helping mentor 1 lakh of them. That's a very sincere effort. But the internal effect is, in the whole process, to be able to do it, we will bring qualitative change in our consciousness and in the collective consciousness, which perhaps is called egregore. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.